Andy was interviewing one of the last samurai. And during the interview, with no apparent reason, Andy got smashed, or smacked, I should say, 5 times in the face. Andy Meikle is a fascinating person. He goes around the world and interviews top performers, business leaders, gold medalists, Olympians, scientists, Nobel Prizes, sniper in the army. When there's a top performer, he wants to go and interview. And from there, he created a course about creating high performance environment in organization. And he was interviewing one of the last samurai who actually at the time was working in the US with the US Army. And because Andy didn't speak good English, they had a translator. And the samurai sat in front of the translator, and Andy sat next to the samurai. And during the interview, with no specific reason apparent, the samurai slapped Andy and continued talking to the translator. During the interview, Andy got slapped 5 times. And at the end of it, the samurai explained. He said, "When I saw your mind wandering somewhere else, I brought it back to me. This is performance." Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter Better. In this video, I want to make a few suggestions that could really have an impact on your performance. I'm at the moment in Bangkok, and it's an amazing hotel called the Four Seasons. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You can see the river behind me, the beauty of the hotel. It's just such a stunning place that I am. And I've just done a workshop with a group of leaders from a global chemical organization, and we had a discussion about the importance of focus. And those leaders, they are receiving 300 emails or 200 emails a day. They are back-to-back in meetings. They have so much to do, so many requests, so many business as usual, that trying to create focus is really hard. They feel very fragmented. They feel that they're running from one thing to another one. They feel that they need to check their email constantly. So really hard to create deep focus. So we discussed a few simple things that they could do. My first advice was book. What I mean by book, I suggested to them that they book meeting with themselves when they want to create deep focus. And the book is, they book a meeting with themselves. That's such an important principle in itself, but they go to their diary and book a meeting. And they don't call this meeting me time or thinking time, because that's not specific. They exactly explain the meeting, what they want to do. I want to spend on Wednesday from 10 to 11 an hour preparing the offsite that I'm going to do with my team next week, for example. Super specific, number 1. Number 2, my second advice was protect. It's so easy to start focusing and to be interrupted. In the business world, we are likely to be interrupted every 3 minutes. And so I suggested to turn off any tools, turn off their mobile phone, hide themselves in the room, working from home, but create an environment where they can protect themselves from all those little distractions, all those little interruptions that they're likely to have. My third advice was create a ritual. Both Cal Newport, in his great book called Deep Work, and Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who created the term flow and did so much work on creating focus, they talk about a mistake a lot of leaders do when they say, I need to wait for inspiration to come. Well, actually, no, you need to create a ritual to create deep focus. And so my ritual for me is what I call plan, do, format, where when I want to create focus, I have booked a meeting with myself, I protect the environment, and I look at it and plan, what do I want to achieve in this hour? Do, I just create the things, and format, whatever I've done, I've formatted it. So that's my little ritual. Again, I can go much deeper into how you do this, but that's the idea behind that. when you manage to create focus, you are 5 times more productive than when you're not in focus. Creating deep focus will have such an impact on your performance. And as Andy find out in all this research with top performer, one of the key characteristics of top performer is this ability to create focus. So my question to you is, how good are you on a day-to-day basis, on a regular basis, to create deep focus on the topic that really matters for you? This is this week Work Smarter, Live Better tip. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go back in this amazing environment. We're about to have lunch with this group of leaders. Really looking forward. You have a lovely day. À bientôt.